Hello guys, welcome to my channel and this is the third video. Today I'm going to review this beautiful book by Gabriel Garcia Marquez and it's Love in the Time of Cholera. Well, it's strange that I happened to read this book at the time of a pandemic around. What makes this book special is that the dreamy and the intangible sense of magical realism that Garcia brings in this narrative. Well, if you're wondering what magical realism is, it means basically to grandeur and to make beautiful, like normal and monotonous things to be in a very grandeur and a very big manner, that it becomes very magical in your sense. So without much further ado, let's get started. So this story is set up in a not specified city, which is in Colombia. It's very close to Caribbean, and at the time when cholera was an epidemic, the story is of a man called Florentino Ariza who falls in love with a girl called Fermina Daza in his youth. And over the course of time, their bond strengthens with the exchange of glances, to the exchange of letters. They fall in love with each other. But just like any other love story, the girl's father happens to become an antagonist and he forces not to marry that man. And in that, during the course of time, what happens is that Fermina Daza marries another man called Dr. Juvenal Albino, who happens to be a very popular, very known, very respected person of the country, and she marries him. Over the course of time, this book shows how life evolves around these three characters. Basically, it tries to tell about them, where Fermina Daza is trying to adjust with her husband to the new high-class socialite to which his family belongs to, as well as wherein, on the other hand, for Florentino Ariza, he tries to, control his obsession for Fermina Daza. He tries to wait for her to sometimes get with her. So that is about this book. This book has in the very first page. There's a very interesting line this book has. The line reads that the scent of the bitter almonds always reminded him of the fate of the unrequited love. And this very just like this, there are a lot of lines which are very nice and very magical. The way this book has been written. As per my take on the book, I find that this book is a bit challenging in terms of language. Basically, due to hardly any dialogues happening in this book, it makes it very monotonous, while it keeps you engaged by its magical realism, that stuff which is there in this book. One thing I felt during the middle of the book is that it is a bit draggy at some points. You feel that it could have cut short, or it could have been not there, but it was a bit draggy. But at the same time, you feel that it is necessary also, because the story is moving very slowly so that you can get an immersive experience of exactly what the character is feeling. So that what makes this book very slow. It kind of grows on you. So that's how I will explain this book. Another thing which I find a bit disappointing was basically, if you can see the font is it is very blocked. It's very small to read, and it becomes very monotonous when you're going through this book. So that is one thing. As a reader, it's very hard to keep a track on all these things. The story was good. The intangible new thing which I recently explored by this book, that is the magical realism, was something really nice. I really like how the author is creating the sense of the grandeur and the magnificent about the country, about every place, about the homes, palaces, everything. So that's very nice. Gabriel Garcia his writing has been at par excellence, and if you're an advanced reader, I would suggest you to read this only when you're an advanced reader, because this actually requires a lot of attention to read. That is my take on the book. Let me know when you read and what are your thoughts, and just stay tuned and let me know what you think, and subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, leave a comment of whatever you feel about this book.